Hi, hello, and namaste. Welcome to Mukta's Wisdom Waves. Today, we are going to be dealing with an interesting session on the 8 moves of highly emotionally intelligent people. Now, let's get started. Daniel Coleman, the pioneer of emotional intelligence research, once said that what really matters for success, character, happiness, and lifelong achievement is a definite set of emotional skills. That's your EQ. Not just purely cognitive abilities that are measured by conventional IQ tests. Emotional intelligence or EQ is the backbone of meaningful human interactions. Think of leaders like Jacinda Ardern or Satya Nadella. They lead with empathy, awareness, and control. Now, come on, today let's explore 8 powerful moves by these emotionally intelligent individuals we have. Now, move number 1, they pause before reacting. Now, remember what you need to do. You need to master the power of pausing. Respond, not react. Now, while you do that, you will be reducing the conflicts and promoting thoughtful communication. Now, when I say pause, what does it mean? A pause may seem small, but it is incredibly powerful. Viktor Frankl said, between stimulus and response, there is a space. And in that space is our power to choose our response. Now imagine someone cutting you off in traffic. A reactive response might be to shout or chase, but an emotionally intelligent person will pause, breathe, and let it go. That moment of control is the key to emotional strength. Most of the time, we see some action and we react. Okay, we simply follow Newton's third law. To every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. But what an emotionally intelligent person would do is not reacting immediately. Because when you react without thinking, and your reactions could be dangerous. So, what an emotionally intelligent person will do is, when he sees an action taken, pause for a moment, think about it, and then react. Because you are not going to be reacting at that time, you are going to be responding. Fine? Now, move number 2. They master self-awareness. Now, self-awareness is being in a position to know what are my powers, what are my strengths, and what are my weaknesses. So, an emotionally intelligent person will always recognize their emotions and what are the triggers. Regular reflections will keep them aligned to their values. Now, self-awareness is a cornerstone for emotional quotient or EQ. When we know what we feel and why we feel, we make better choices. Oprah Winfrey journals daily, helping her stay connected to her inner voice. By tracking emotional patterns, we build a compass that guides us through challenges and conflicts. Now remember, the very good practice of being self-aware is writing a journal every day. 3 things that made you happy, 3 things that made you upset. Writing it down every day will help you understand the trends of what makes you angry, what makes you happy, and things like that. And it is a very good practice for being more and more emotionally intelligent. Move number 3. They manage emotions, not suppress them. They feel deeply, but they stay in control. They channel their emotions productively. Now, emotionally intelligent people don't deny emotions. It's not like, I behave somebody who's totally emotionless. No. Even an emotionally intelligent person has emotions, but they know how to manage them. Now, let's take an example of Serena Williams. After a tough match, she channels her frustration into training, not into throwing tantrums. Suppression builds pressure, but regulation builds maturity. It's not about ignoring emotions, it's about transforming them. See what happens in a regular boardroom. We have meetings, and when we put a point, and if our point is not accepted, we start getting frustrated. Instead of getting frustrated, how about doing a thing like just go back, review what you put forward, try to analyze why the point was rejected. Now that's where you would channel your emotions into being more productive. But showing the things like throwing away things and acting out of anger and speaking words will not bring you any benefit. It will cause you more harm. Move number 4, they practice empathy. Listen to understand, not reply. Sense and respond to others' feelings with compassion. Now, empathy is something which is very critical to being emotionally intelligent. Empathy is like walking in someone else's shoes. Think about Mr. Rogers, who said there isn't anyone who couldn't learn to love once they have heard their story. Now, what happens is in workplaces, empathetic leaders reduce the burnout and increase loyalty. Empathy transforms interactions from transactional to meaningful. Now, remember, like being a leader, okay, if you are not empathetic, what happens? Your reactions will make the people or your colleagues or people around you to be upset with you. You need to understand why a person feels so. When a person is trying to share with you, see, somebody, when they want to come and they want to talk to you, it is because they trust you. They trust you that you have solutions to their problems. But in case if you just respond by, looking at your mobile, checking your mails or things like that, it gives a wrong sign. It gives a wrong signal to the other person, right? So when you are listening, you listen completely with 100% attention. Something like how the detectives do, isn't it? Now, move number 5. They set the boundaries without guilt. Now, assert your limits respectfully. And you need to understand to say no without damaging relationships. Now, we all want to become Hercules. We all want to be the people pleaser kind of personalities, but then let me tell you, that is not going to help you in long term, because you know that your energy is finite. You can only work for a stipulated point of time, right? So you do not need to overcommit yourself, causing a burnout. Remember Brené Brown reminds us, daring to set the boundaries is about having the courage to love ourselves even when we risk disappointing others. You may feel saying a no may be treated as a disrespect or something, may not be taken up so well. But then there is a limit to how much you can perform. There is a limit to how much you can give the best. See, don't say yes because you need, अरे क्या करेंगे, करना ही है. Don't go for that. If you feel that this thing is not possible, go ahead, respectfully say no. Now, saying no is not being disrespectful. Saying no is not being rude. It is self-care. Move number 6. They practice active listening. Listen with an intent. Reflect. Paraphrase. Validate. Stephen Conway said, most people do not listen with an intent to understand. They listen with an intent to reply. Now, when we are insisting that you actively listen, okay, active listening means full presence. Now, next time you have a conversation, try to do that. Put your phone away, put your mails away, everything. Just listen, paraphrase what they said, and watch how seen the other person feels. Right? So, see, these are small habits that you will need to cultivate. It wouldn't come within just one day, isn't it? Now, move number 7. They handle criticism gracefully. Now, don't take any feedback that comes to you personally, which is, I understand, a pretty difficult thing, but then that's how it's supposed to be. Don't take the feedback personally. Use the criticism that you receive for growth. Now, emotionally intelligent people use feedback as a fuel. Think of professional athletes. They thrive on coaching. Now, when someone criticizes you, pause and ask, what can I learn from this? It's growth over ego. As Ken Blanchett said, feedback is the breakfast for champions. Move number 8. They cultivate positive relationship. They surround themselves with emotionally healthy people, nurture bonds, resolve conflicts, and invest in people. Now, high EQ people know that relationships are like gardens. Right? We all have seen gardens, isn't it? They require care, they require your presence, and they require attention. Whether it is scheduling a regular check-in or showing appreciation, they actively build trust. Now remember, Maya Angelou said, people will forget what you said, but they will never forget how you made them feel. Now that's a very, very important statement. Yes, when we are dealing with people around every day, in and out, okay, we may at times answer rudely, but that makes an impact. Okay, so always understand, they may forget what you have told to them, but how you made them feel is always registered in the mind. So be very, very careful how you make people feel. Now, coming over to the conclusion, remember one thing, emotional intelligence is a choice. It's more about habits, not traits. Practice it daily to lead with both heart and mind. Remember, emotional intelligence isn't a gift, it's a decision. It's a daily decision. Now, I have shared with you 8 moves that can change your communication, your relationships, and your self-perception. Start with just one. Just one. Maybe today, pause before you react. Bit by bit, you will build a more emotionally intelligent life. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope these 8 moves will help you build a very, very emotionally strong life. Thanks once again for giving your time, and if you like the video and if you feel that this video brought in some positive or value add to your life, go ahead, like, share and subscribe. This is Mukta signing off for today. Thank you.